Hello, great Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome back. All right, this is very welcoming news towards Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's release. Now, a call for him to be released has been ongoing. You recall, Prime Minister was awarded a Peace Prize or Peace Award from the Universal Peace Federation on the May 25th, 2023, during the African Day celebration in Helsinki, Finland. So this honor recognizes his contribution to peacemaking and his effort in promoting harmony and cooperation among nations. Now, the Universal Peace Federation that awarded Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, they have come out to demand the release of Simon Ekpa. They have sent a letter. They wrote to the Prime Minister or President of Finland, Alexandra Storm, demanding Simon Ekpa's release because of his contribution to peacemaking and also his effort in promoting harmony and cooperation among nations. That with what is happening in Nigeria and the current unfolding events that has been going on, the buying and so many things that has been happening under the current government, that the court or the government of Finland should release Simon Ekpa. Because the evidences they use to sentence Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was coming from the government that has failed its people, which is Nigerian government, the government that are sponsoring terrorism, the government that refuses to acknowledge the failures in protecting their own citizens. The Simon Ekpa's fight was just fight to save and protect his people, mainly from the southeast, that the Nigerian government has been buying and, doing so many things. So they are calling for Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to be released. They send a direct letter to Finnish president himself, demanding the Simon Ekpa's release, which is at this moment in time they will look into and reconsider the sentencing of Simon Ekpa. So at this moment, and I hope that maybe from now, maybe next year, and remember, Simon Ekpa's appeal will be hearing next year, I think February or something like that. Maybe after his appeal or before his appeal, Simon Ekpa might be released based on this pressure coming from the Universal Peace Federation that awarded Simon Ekpa's ambassador for peace. I mean, this is crazy that someone that has been awarded, honored as peace ambassador is being serving sentence based on the accusation of false information that the Finnish courts or Finnish government got from failed state, Nigeria, states, a government that are sponsoring terrorism, a government that refused to protect its people, a terrorist government that was proscribed by the courts or government of Finland. And with the recent event that is going on in Nigeria, is enough evidence for the Finnish government to look into Simon Ekpa's case and do the needful. The same thing that has been going on with our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who has been sentenced for life. All these things will prove to you that there is something behind all these things. They are doing everything to stop the Biafra nation. to frustrate the Biafra nation from coming. Because when you look at all these things that is happening or that happen, it's very, very clear and obvious that they have one agenda, and that's to stop the coming of Biafra by all means. And that's why they are doing everything within their power. Nigeria, they can go to miles, spend, bribe countries or individuals or court to stop anything concerning Biafra. So the Universal Peace Federation has called for immediate release of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. They have sent a letter direct to Finnish government demanding Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's release based on the current event that is going on in Nigeria, because Simon Ekpa was sentenced, or Simon Ekpa was tried and sentenced because of propaganda or false information coming from the failed states of Nigeria, led by Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who is sponsoring a terrorist group, who refused to stop the terrorist group that are right now operating in Nigeria. So Finnish as well should look into this and release Simon Ekpa. You cannot sentence or try someone based on false information that is coming from a failed government that refused to protect its people. Look at the way the terrorist people are rampaging in Nigeria at this moment in time. Look at what they are doing over there. The government failed to, acknowledge that or deal with that. But they quickly ran to neighboring country, Benin Republic, to save the coup there. To deploy their fighter jets, their army, to stop the coup that was going on over there. But they failed to deal the terrorist group in their own country. Which kind of government is that? You run quickly to neighboring country, Benin Republic, to save them, but you fail to save your own people in your own country. That shows you that they are sponsoring those terrorist people because they know where they are. If they want to stop them today, they can do that. But they refuse to do that because of what they are using those groups to do for their political gain. That's why you see the terrorist group are coming out boldly, bragging and making videos. You're not going to tell me the Nigerian government are not seeing that. So, time for Finland to realize that the information they use to try or to sentence Simon Ekpa was coming from a failed state. So they should not use that to sentence Simon Ekpa. They have called for a review of that sentencing and trial of Simon Ekpa and possible immediate release of Simon Ekpa. So we hope this will go a long way. Let's not cross our fingers and pray that this will save our Prime Minister and will free him very soon. We'll stop here.